You didn't know back then what you've been knowing now. Before the broken skin and letting your love out, playing the tape again. It's such a sorry sound. Old shaky monologue, just dragging you around, reaching for reset, reaching for reason to begin, watching the sunset, front porch cigarette with my best friend.
card. You won immunity at Final 7. If you win this challenge, you'll be in the Final 6. You'll have a 1 in 6 shot at winning this game. You're gonna watch it back with your friends and family 6 months from now. You'll get that epic.
I'm done.
winner's
Casey.
certificate.
We need a check.
Yeah, okay.
Tyler.
Are we down?
Keep going, keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. I think she's gonna go. All right. With that, Taylor wins immunity.
That's so cool. Wait, let me see your structure.
That is so impressive.
Freaking killed it. All right, Taylor, come on over. You want me to put it on, or do you want to put it on? All right. With that, you officially win individual immunity. You cannot be voted out at the Final 7. You will be in the Final 6 of this game. Congratulations. As for the rest of you, unfortunately, one of you will be the next member of our jury. You can grab your stuff, head on back to camp. Good comp, guys.
Yeah. I am so happy to have this right now because I really feel like if I didn't have it, I would be in danger of going. After last night, took a shot at May, burned that bridge a little bit. She says she's still going to be with us because she doesn't have another choice, but I don't know how much I believe that. It's been kind of hard to read her this game, so now that I voted for her and she knows that, I explained to her why though. Like, she voted for Joelle during the Eric vote when I felt like she didn't really need to without letting me know, so that was where I first started losing the trust that I did have with her, which was never fully 100% there, but that definitely played a factor. And then also, like, I can tell that she's trying to make herself be in like the swing spot between the two tribes, OG tribes.
If he joins me, you, and Ryan, like I'm under no disillusion that if I make it to Final 4, I'm going to be the target for what happened last night.
At 4.
You know what I mean? Yeah, at 4. Like, I'm under no disillusion. And I can't make fire to save my life, literally. So if it goes to fire, I'm not going to be there. Like, I'm at no disillusion there.
The only thing reciprocated is that she gave me a key so I could play mischief. But I fucked that up and forgot my key, so I only had hers in the voting booth. So, yeah, I'm very happy to have this right now because it would be easy for them all to all turn on me at this point, which they probably should, but they can't, so ha.
Wow. Like, there's nothing else I can say. I went into last night feeling like before this game, I felt like I was very fluid and I had other paths, and then last night I was like, this is the only path I can take. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm really loyal to it. And I was through Joelle, Taylor, and Ryan, hoping to bring in Carlos. And I, like, as soon as people started bringing my name up around camp, I was like, I know I'm gonna play my idol tonight. I have to do it no matter what. But what I didn't know is that every single person, including Joelle and Taylor, would be voting for me. So that was kind of a slap in the face. However, my intentions were to go in and hope that the other side was voting for me so that we could cancel it out and lower their numbers, which is what we actually did. Just a little twist in there. So I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I played it correctly. I had my own little Wentworth moment, which is something I can take away from this game and be proud of.
I think it would have given me the most options.
Yeah.
So,
Open
like,
board.
my game is a game of options and different paths forward.
too.
Yeah. And I think that that's the way that feels best to me. So, like, it would have been extremely hard for me to vote Brittany out at any point.
Yeah.
So I don't like that she's gone, but it does give me, I still have paths forward without her.
After the idol play last night, No one's even gonna fathom taking me to the end. Not to mention, we don't even have numbers if they wanted to take me to the end. I literally went and had a conversation with Maggie just now, and I was like, you know, we've been pretty like straightforward with each other this whole time. We've never promised anything to each other that we couldn't keep. We've been like vague if we didn't know what the answer was, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna play this challenge, just kind of go around like collecting more like one-on-one information from you guys for like what to kind of like think about for my jury questions, as well as like where my vote's gonna go for that.
Yeah, that strategy is to hopefully have people be more open and honest with me about what they're doing this round. And if I can play on that to get myself to stay, fantastic. And if it doesn't, then I will truly use it for prepping for my duty as a juror.
I said, I'll let you know, like, if we went to the FTC right now, didn't ask any questions, I would vote for Jacob to win. I was like, are you prepared for that? She's like, I have good talking points, first of all. I know Jacob went to every tribal council, so did I. But he had Mariah, I was alone.
My name has not come up since the first vote. And that first vote was Jacob, and Carlos took the blame for it. And I was able to work through that with them to cultivate their trust in me. So while people don't see my game, I've been playing hard this entire time and trying to be as honest and okay with me coming out of this game.
And then she was saying that, like, the only way she could play is a way that she could leave feeling like good about the moves that she made. And in her mind right now, cutting that loyalty or not like taking that loyalty to the end, isn't it? So
I remember her saying that yesterday too.
So in her mind, like, there's no way she's flipping on those two.
If people can't see that, then I think they value something different than I do. And I know people value gameplay. I know people see Jacob as a strategic threat. He is. He had a lot of great strategy. He also had a ton of panic.
Well, I was banking on telling. So when I was walking with Jacob last night and he found 2 bounty rewards, he can get 2 extra keys plus however many his bounty has. His bounty's Maggie. So I was gonna try to talk to Maggie and tell her, like, Jacob has said many times he's playing selfishly. He wants to play his best moves because he didn't do that last game. He's gonna come and just like put it in her mind that he can come to her, take all the keys, and he'll be good next round. So, I mean, that's what I'm gonna try because I don't want you to go right now.
Yeah.
Like, I want
To go for.
Yeah.
No, I got you. No,
I don't want you to go now. I don't want Ryan to go now.
Additionally, I'm the only one out here that hasn't been with someone this entire time except for Ryan. And I think that that's impressive in itself, and that shows my social game. And me on the jury is just going to be like, I'm going to own what I did, and I'm going to speak, like, if you guys have questions, I'm going to be honest, but I know I came in and played, like, a really hard, dynamic game at first until I could find, like, a solid path forward.
Yeah. Right now, I want the 4 of us to stay together. The 4 of us, myself, Maggie, Carlos, and Jacob, and both Taylor and both May, they're amazing. They're really good at mental manipulation, and you gotta think about this, that, and the other. So my goal is just to keep the 4 calm and just let's do what we said we were gonna do. We have what we need to go together. So what I'm hearing is we're voting May, or is that right?
I think we hadn't decided, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, back before. Oh yeah, we haven't put a order. Or are you thinking?
Because I think it's best to call it
Right.
like as almost last second as possible, so that there's no time.
If it individually, if like Jacob is like, well, the 4 hypothetically going together is great, but I want to win, and they're saying, you'll win, Mariah, or you would win, Maggie, then we falter and they will take all of us out. So that's kind of where my mind is. It's like, please don't get sucked into anything. Let's just stay together and, battle it out in tribal. Like we've worked to get here. So if going to tribal and someone makes a better argument than me or just had a better game in a different way than me, then they deserve to win. And then what I gathered is that we think he's going for Carlos. Is that right?
I
think
don't
that
know.
okay.
Sounds like
Or he just
May and
thinks
Ryan think that it should be me.
to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need to come for my ally at this point that I have worked with since day one. We have all been together since day one. So I'm just hoping that the mindset is the same with my tribe. So we'll see.
So this one, but do we even have keys for Carlos to play? Is what I'm saying, because I used mine to get the power of mischief.
No, I thought you had. Oh, so the advantage.
I don't have any keys.
The advantage.
Okay, so coming back into the game, yesterday was messy as hell. I was being pitched by both sides to flip, and nobody was wanting to do what I was preferring on either side. I wanted Joe out on one side, and I wanted Brittany out on the other. So it ended up with this very exposed discussions of me being the flip vote, and they were lying to me anyways. Voted out Brittany. That was stupid. And they used an idol to do it, whatever. And the second vote, they tried to vote me out, but we had already used an extra vote at the previous round, so we ended up voting Joe out.
Do you think that they're more likely to play Shot in the Dark or like an idol if they found it?
They have.
Ryan and May, both the only two people that we were at Joe vote for.
Okay.
So no matter what, as long as we hit.
So could you give the bounty one for extra key to Carlos? So that if that person goes home, Carlos gets it.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Smart mama.
Okay.
Yesterday was an emotional night for me because both of those rounds were supposed to be Ryan. Going into tribal council, the vote was changed from May to Ryan, and I literally had to fight Jacob to change it back to May because I was not turning on Ryan. The second round, Jacob wanted Ryan again, and I had to put my foot down again to flip it to Joel. And Joe went home at the same during the same very time frame. Ryan was very quick to write my name down with the other side, which I understand from a game perspective, but it hurt deep because I felt like I have been looking out for him in this game.
Because I can't throw my game away for you, but I was gonna do everything in my power to save you.
Yeah, no, I get that, man. And it's much appreciated.
So, I mean, I get the game. I get that I was an easy vote too, whatever on the second vote, but I'm worsening my placement within my alliance.
By pushing your vote.
Right, but pushing my foot down when my placement's not ready. It's ready, it's shaky in the first place. It's obvious, but
I felt like I have been doing my best to keep him in the loop. I personally don't feel comfortable laying my torch and flipping on everybody for the sake of, I can't play the game for you. I'm playing the game for myself. I'm looking out for you, but I'm playing for me. And it hurts because I when I choose people, I stick by them. And the fact that it wasn't reciprocated, I was taken back. So
I mean, all I can do is be honest. It's like they were. I was not going to be able to control the vote. There was going to be a scenario where I pushed someone's name. Last night's double was a heater. That's for sure. I mean, it's super intense, especially because there's two tribals and you don't have all the information, so you don't know what's going to happen. I fully expected to be gone going into it, and then on a revote, I definitely expected to be gone because I called some stuff out that I just thought was kind of ridiculous. Which like even like telling someone that you won't work with them in this game and potentially a different one down the line. Like I'm gonna be I potentially gonna be a jury member. Like I just don't understand the logic behind it, which is fine if you want to be a loyal game. Like completely cool. So I talked that over with Maggie after. We're chill, like no animosity or anything. And then when Jacob said that that's the type of player I am, a half-truth player. 1, it's Survivor, so what are you talking about? And then 2, you've literally lied to me numerous times. Not even truth, lied to me straight up. I usually don't do that type of stuff. They call stuff out, but I was glad I kind of stepped outside my comfort zone and confronted it at least. But I don't think it's going to help me going forward much.
I honestly don't. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it.
I know. Like, it'd be nice for him to go now or soon, but we have to try to get this key. So we have to go for Mariah or Carlos.
Yeah, Mariah or Carlos. And that's basically going to be
If Maggie
Maggie.
would.
Last night's double was crazy. They were super vital votes, and so having the immunity necklace around my neck felt like really good, and I was also able to gain 2 keys because of that immunity win, and I used that on the Power of Mischief, which has allowed me to, if I win another immunity, I'll be able to save one of my Alliance members as well. My Alliance knows that too, and so I'm hoping that they want to keep me this round, not only because of the love and the loyalty, but because that advantage will save one of them and they will have less people to come after us. So I think at least for this round, I'm safe. I have not hit on any bounties this year because I had Brittany and then I had Ryan, and on Ryan I played my keys, so I could have had one there, but and then I had Brittany again, and then I had you. So and I just believe that this bounty thing is to divide people, to divide alliances. As long as everyone stays loyal and no one's looking to build that big resume move, because I truly believe that I'm the winner of this season. I truly believe that I'm the person to beat here. I think I'm the biggest threat. I think I've been playing really hard from the get-go, so I want to be able to have my chance to be able to get to that final tribal and state my case.
Interesting.
Do you really feel like they're coming for you, Carlos?
I think so. I think it makes the most.
Can you try to explain to me, just because I'm thinking for any of these guys to think that they have a shot, they need to take out me or Mariah.
If not, they don't have you as a bounty. Then they don't get any extra keys. Then they're in the same spot next round because you guys will stick together.
Do we know? You have my bounty, so they're less likely to target me in that situation. Yeah.
Right.
So then, do we know if any of them have any of the 3 of you? You know that I have yours, so we're good there too.
I don't know. Last night I thought maybe Joel, maybe that was why he threw my name out. Maybe he has me. It just makes sense.
I think that's a smart read.
But I also don't want to burn my Alliance members, so I really care about bringing Carlos and Mariah to the end. They are my final 3. They've been my day 1s. Maggie's right there with them. I love Maggie. I'm going to be loyal to Maggie too. I hope that we can get final 4 all together and get rid of these red. Although I do have to say, Taylor did a great job on that last competition. She's been doing a really good job from the bottom, and I've been trying to do a thing where I'm keeping the people who I don't think are going to go home in good graces with me.
So last night after Tribal, when we came back, I actually went to the water well with Jacob, and we were also key hunting, and I did find 2 scrolls. I already have the bounty reward, so I can get an extra key if I get my bounty gone, which is Carlos. I only have 1 key right now, so I can get 1 if I vote out Carlos, extra, in addition to whatever he has, which I have no idea. I got another one that if I vote incorrectly, I can get a key, and then I found another scroll that just was to redeem for a key. And I just want you to know, last night when we went to the water, we found 3 skulls. 2 of them were a bounty reward, so he can get 2 keys in addition to however much you have. And yesterday, he was talking about how much selfishly he wants to play this game.
Just being absolutely honest with you, I think he thinks he can beat me at the end. I think I'm like pretty jazzed about the game I played. It'll just depend on the jury.
Yeah.
But I don't think he wants to take me out at all because to him, it's a good person to have next to him.
I've been very honest with people, even though they've been on the other side. Like when it's them, I'm saying, hey, save yourself here because this is you. And that way, even if they don't want to vote with me in the next tribal, they're more likely to know that I'm being honest with them, and they're more likely to have an honest conversation back, and I'm gonna get some sort of feedback that I can read.
The keys, I just know out of everyone left, he's probably playing the most selfishly and looking out for him. I know you're trying to look out for your foundation so you can help yourself get the next few rounds, you know, because he has a good reason to go for you now. Because I think in his mind he can beat all 4 of you. He's been playing the most out loud in front game, so I don't think like he would see you as any more invaluable than the other 2. That means I have 2 right now, and if between me, May, and Ryan, one of us can get our bounty out, they both have Mariah. So if one of us can get our bounty out and one of the other of us can vote incorrectly, that will give us 2 additional keys.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, we can use that to like leverage it now, and even if it is true, I don't really care. I just want to bust this shit up. I honestly don't care. If I end up being in a 4th with you 3, then just getting picked off with these guys.
Well, I'm being truthful. I really would love to like be able to go to the end. I think what I can try to pitch to her is if she flips with us, me, her, and May can do the all girls. Whatever. Yeah. And say that we'll boot you at 4, but then I'd actually rather May go at 4.
This round, it's a real home run swing, especially after last night. So I was talking to Taylor, and what we're trying to do is get through this round without playing our keys. So what we're gonna do is pitch. Taylor's going to lead the pitch because Maggie probably won't be receptive to my pitch. Taylor is going to pitch Maggie a final 3 with her and May to do an all-girls final 3 and vote out either Carlos or Mariah right now.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, you're a very contemplative person. I love that.
Really?
You think, yeah.
I have to.
Talk to them a little, or talk to Maggie and Jacob after, just to apologize and kind of share some life stuff tomorrow or last night. But Carlos and Mariah literally haven't looked at me since then, which I don't know. I don't really get it. Like, they said we had a final 3, but every time I walk up and you 2 are in a conversation, you break it up and don't tell me what was going on. And then you also only talk to Blue Tribe. So, like, I'm not just going to sit there and be on a 4 at the bottom of a 4 and 5 and not do anything. But I mean, I get it. But like, when I walk up a couple times to you and Mariah, and then it's like split, not get a lot of details, I'm like, all right, so I'm like this isn't a real thing.
I'm in the game. I'm hopeful. Taylor win immunity. I feel like they will come back again after me at this point, because Taylor has me as a bounty, so she might be trying to get some extra keys. I'm hopeful that I survive, and I'm doing my best to really turn my perspective and using all this like mixed emotions that I'm feeling in my body as like motivation to like focus and perform. But this game has been a tug of war between like emotions and like pushing back, and I feel like every time I fall, it's a big fall. I just gotta stay focused so I can get myself back up.
So talk with me for a second. Mm-hmm. I just want to throw out something. I think truly believe we're all good. Mm-hmm. I could see like Ryan and telling Jacob, because Ryan's telling Jacob, they wanted me for final 3. I believe that if I went to tribal, I am going to have to explain my game because I know my strengths and weaknesses. I am not Jacob. I am not finding 20 whatever keys. I am not the most physical person. I am social. I am a listener. I like to get to know people, and I hopefully, age and wisdom can help a little bit. So I'm gonna have to just explain it. I've been a very straight shooter with literally everyone. I've told them pretty much, even if I said I can't tell you, or are you voting for me? I'm not voting for you. I'm not telling you who I'm voting for, but I'm not voting for you. So those are not usually the best assets for a Survivor player, but that's my game, and it has gotten me here. So I'm gonna explain it and own it. I feel good about my game because my game is mine. I didn't play anybody else's game. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and I really, really like our four, and yeah, I feel good. I don't think she's pitching her name. I think she's pitching, don't go with them, but, well, it could be, right, but come with them.
But yeah, I'm fine with that pitch to Maggie. I would just rather try and bust. Well, yeah, that gets me past this round. Bust that up to open up some other things, and then maybe one of them will actually talk to us. And that'd be fine with me, even if I was at the bottom 4 of that. Just to actually change it up, because right now it feels like they're playing Russian roulette, and we're just sitting here waiting to be picked off, either me or May. Unless May has something that I don't know about, very well could be, since she played her idol last night. Killer idol play, by the way, May. But that's the plan. We're going to see what happens. If it does, it'll be pretty crazy, and then someone's going to have to talk to me, finally.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
All right, here we are at the final 7. This is definitely a huge mile marker for a lot of people in this game. Maggie, last night was a pretty heated tribal council, really intense amongst this group as a whole for many different reasons. What was camp life like whenever you went back?
Honestly, we all kind of came together and we made fire and we hashed it out. I really appreciated the way everybody handled the post-tribal kind of coming back together. It really felt like we put the game aside. Ryan chatted with me and we are we're good. And so did Jacob. And yeah, it was honestly as good as it possibly could have been.
Ryan, you clearly had some frustrations at the last tribal council, and it seemed like, from my perspective, it looked like it was original Reds versus original Blues, and then at that 8, it even at one point you all were literally physically separated into 2 groups of 4. Ultimately, Joelle ended up going at that second tribal council, and now, if those lines hold true, it seems like it could be 4-3. Is it really that simple? Because from what I know, Final 7 is usually a pretty crazy vote where people can make moves.
Yeah, I agree. Final 7 is a great spot to do it. But it's honestly felt like tribal lines and kind of just waiting to get assassinated, honestly. Just don't really know who it's going to be on that side, but you just pray that you squeak by another one.
Jacob, is it really that simple of just you all got the numbers at that one tribal council and now the rest of them just get to guess who's going to get the hit?
They can guess who's going to get the hit, and they can play what they have, and that's their best hope because we're sticking together.
Taylor, hearing something like that, you winning immunity has to feel pretty good because you were one of the original Reds. Talk to me about what it's like having the immunity, and were people talking to you, or did they just not even really care about that because they have their own thing going on?
Yeah, I think it was super important to win this because, like you said, it could be any one of the 3 of us. Even back at camp, it's still 4-3, no matter what. We had a little bit of conversations in between each other, but for the most part, they don't seem like they're gonna budge. So like all you can do is offer it up and see if they want to better their game and make a move, or if they just want to try to go to the end like as a group of 4.
So Mariah, obviously in this group of 7, it seems like there's a group of 4 that potentially are working together. What happens at 4?
I think with the 7 and the 4, we respect each other for being here, and I think we duke it out. I mean, we have played very different games, so even amongst the 4 or the 7, and I think it's knowing our own game, and whatever happens at 4, whoever wins, the best person wins. So,
Carlos, you received a few votes last night, and from what I remember, at the beginning of Tribal, during the conversation portion, people were saying you were the swing vote. Were you surprised to see votes, and are you afraid you're going to see votes again? Like, what if an advantage plays and you're the casualty?
I was not surprised to receive votes in the second, and nor was I really the swing vote at the first. I think it was just people bullshitting like they always do at Tribal Council, and trying to put some spark on my name and try to put some highlight on my name and put attention on me. But they got what they wanted. They played an idol correctly. I was honest about who I was voting for before Cam about coming here. So I don't know where the question about me being a swing came from when everybody knew where my vote was at.
May, at the last Tribal Council, it's no secret, you played Hidden Immunity Idol and canceled out a lot of votes. And then you were able to come back and end up working with some of the people who had voted for you at the first round. What was it like back at camp, kind of the fallout of all of that, and do you feel like you have any wiggle room from there?
I would like to say that I am so dead to rights this vote. I literally went to Jacob, Mariah, and Maggie, and I said, the way I'm playing this round, I know I'm dead. I want to get some insight on your views so that I know how to come up with my jury question. I want to bring information to the jury. I want to have a good final Tribal Council. Let me know, like, where's your head at? What moves are you gonna make? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And then I let them know, like, what kind of juror I am, what I like to look for, what rubs me the wrong way, so that they have that information to go off and make the right choices for them as well. It did kind of rub me the wrong way. They were all sitting in a little circle of 3, and I asked to have one-on-ones, and they just said, I think you should just play whatever you have at Tribal Council. And then I said, I'm gonna be the one voting for you, so you're gonna have a one-on-one with me. And then we had one-on-ones. So
that is not exactly what was said. Yeah, and we will have to roll the tape on that, because what was said to me when I was sitting in that circle was that she would like at least a courtesy talk.
That's fair. I also did say that, but the first thing was...
Okay, I don't think I heard that, but I did hear the other part.
You definitely didn't say you're gonna walk with me.
Oh, that is how I felt.
It's how you
said,
felt,
you're gonna
but
do me
it's
the
not what was
courtesy
said.
because I'm voting for you. I'm not going out without the blame, you know?
You gotta pick your flame, though.
So Maggie, that's an interesting point to bring up. Once people get voted out, you can't talk to the jury anymore. But May is kind of offering herself up as like, hey, if I'm on the jury, this is your opportunity to talk to me. Is there any logic to not embracing that?
I chatted with May. I thought it was like a good chat. I know that not everyone like is able to do that, but I don't know. I don't like it, but also I get why.
I think that, you know, at this point, especially if you're feeling vulnerable, you do what you think will work, you know, you're gonna reach. But to sit someone down and basically say, I'm gonna be on the jury, tell me how you're gonna argue and win. You know, my answer is, you know, if I'm on final 3, that's when I will, you know, plead my case. It's a little condescending, you know, like earn my vote right now. And I think it's mental gameplay. So some people will fall for that and some people won't. I don't see it for what it's being presented as.
No worries. The only thing that rubbed me wrong is when you guys were in that circle and you didn't originally want to come, like, give us the time of day. And that's what made me feel that.
I hear that, but also just like, you know, you listen, girl, you got game. Hands down. You got game. I honor that.
Thank you.
But I'm not the mental manipulator.
Okay.
So part of that is just I can't hear all of this. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
So that's my play.
Yeah. No
Is
worries.
I'm not gonna let you in my head, you know.
No worries.
And that I think, you know, deserves the same kind of respect. But I just think we need to put it out the way it happened and don't, you know, try and make it sound different or bigger or better than it was.
Okay.
That's all I'm
To
saying.
clarify, that is how I felt. I felt like they were not giving us the time of day, and I felt in my head I was like, no, you're gonna talk to me because I'm voting for you.
So Ryan, did you have a similar experience where like at one point you saw a group of them just kind of sitting in a circle and then it felt a little bit difficult to get them to hear your side of the story or hear your plea?
I mean, to be honest with you, it was pretty straight up. Like, I mean, I feel like I said some of my pieces yesterday, and I'm not trying to go off hinge again today. But like from everything I got, and some people I didn't even talk strategy with at all, it was more so just like, yep, we're deciding which one. Hope you understand we can't tell you what the vote is. So I was just like, all right, we'll see if I can be here tomorrow.
I need to go calm down.
Well, to be fair, you won't be here tomorrow.
Sorry, no. I think can I say something? That if you don't ever go and talk to somebody, like you never initiate. There are a handful of people, and some of my previous votes, and I had to sit and think this entire game. Have they ever come up to me and said, I want to talk game with you, right? Has it just been vote here? Or, you know, what are you thinking? There's a handful of people that have never come up to me and initiated conversation. What message is that sending? You know what I'm saying? Either do what you say do, or you're really not interested in playing with me. And I think, just think through that, you know, talking to people goes two ways. That's reciprocal. I know I have, that's all.
Mariah, can I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
Are you referring to me right now?
Not only, but yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When we've had conversations, I have been the one to come up to you, and I haven't gotten anything back when we were trying to work together. Like, I see things going on that I'm like, oh, I'm not actually in this. Like, I need to move to a different avenue. I can't just be like, all right, we say we're cool, I'll just keep taking your word for it. Like, when nothing comes back, I need to look for something new.
Correct.
And I appreciate what you're saying,
Yeah.
because I think the same thing with two-way conversation.
Right. Yep.
And like, we can both feel different things, which is totally cool.
Absolutely.
But I didn't feel like the reciprocation piece, and I mean, I've been told I've been hard to read multiple times, so I can understand how that can come off.
Okay.
But I just.
We talked right after you came back from redemption. I went to you guys and gave you guys a hug. One other time in the walk up, you said, how are you? Okay. Every other conversation that we have had has been me coming to you.
All right.
We'll see.
I'm excited to see
we'll
the footage.
And I will apologize.
Yeah, let's move on.
We're
Let's
not getting
move on.
anywhere with
Let's
this
move on.
conversation.
Let's move on.
But we're not getting anywhere, but it means something to me because
Yeah.
it goes right back to Savannah's vote. Like, there's just a point where it's like, damn, you know, when you say you want to work with people and they just sit there and nod, right? Or you say, I have your back, and they just sit there and nod, never say, I got your back too. Never heard that, right? Like, there's something there about being dismissed. There's something there about she's just gonna do whatever we want her to do. You know, I'm not a pawn, and that is not just you. That is not just you. So I'm just saying that has been a pattern for me. You know, being dictated what to do, and it's I'm sick of it. So that's it, and it's not just you.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, for you, Ryan, you never came to me to talk game, and I noticed it.
Okay.
It is noticed.
If I made you feel that way, that's on me for not recognizing how I made you feel.
Okay, thank you for that. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to apologize when we get it back.
I also don't want you to feel like I made you feel that way.
You did not. You did
Perfect.
not.
Done. That's all.
You were the first person to come and bring me
Gorgeous.
to the camp and talk, and
Perfect.
show me the back.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Beautiful.
So Carlos, that's one of the interesting things about this game is that like everyone comes into it with a different approach and different things that they need or how they need conversations to happen. Ryan mentioned some people, like he might be a slow burn entering conversations. Mariah seems like more of a straightforward, direct personality type where if you want to work with me, I need you to tell me that I want you to work with me. How do you manage that in a group like this? Because that's one of the whole points of Survivor and like being a social game of like you bring different personalities together who need different things. How do you manage that in this group? And now there's clearly frustration because the lines are so hard drawn in the sand.
I think that knowing your own weaknesses and expressing them or being aware of them and just being aware that that might fracture a relationship or like the way that it might come into play in a relationship. And this goes both ways because it's reciprocal. For me, I think my actions are going to speak louder than my words. I don't need to be telling you every 10 minutes that I got you. I don't need to be telling you every 10 minutes that who the vote is. If I tell you something and I'm with you, you either take it or you don't. But when you watch the show, you're gonna see.
All right. Is there anything anyone else wants to say? Well, it sounds like this was a big tribal council centered around perception and meeting people where they need to be met. I'm very curious to see what happens at this tribal council, and maybe the 6 who make it through this will have the opportunity to talk through that a little bit more back at camp, and those 6 can get a little bit closer. But before that, we do have a vote. We'll start with May, and we'll zigzag through.
If I make another bad decision like this and go home, I'd be fucking crushed. But
So many more holes now.
I think that 7 for an alliance that's been really tight. If there's the biggest threat in that alliance, I think 7 is when they usually start to go for them, especially here at like a 4-3. So that is maybe my only concern at this vote. But I do know the connection that I have with these people, and I don't think that it's going to be this round because I don't think that they'll risk a 3-3.
I really need something. I believe my tribe has flipped on me. So I'm gonna take time to look this time.
All right. The votes have been cast. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If you have a hidden immunity idol and you wish to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, May. Second vote, Mariah. Third vote, Maggie. Fourth vote, May. May. The next person voted out of Surviving Bloomington Mischief Makers and the 5th member of our jury, May. That's enough. You can bring me your torch.
Before you snuff my torch, Casey, I just want to be able to walk out of here with my head held high and be proud of the game I played. So I do want to apologize for what happened. I feel like that's the first time the words came out wrong on my end, and I meant nothing by it. Super excited to watch the rest of you play, and I can't wait to go for the win. Good luck, guys.
Good on it.
All right, May, the tribe has spoken. You can grab your torch and head on back.
Thank you.
All right. The 6 of you have voted out yet another huge threat in the game. If you're sticking to old tribal lines, it looks like it may be 4 against 2. However, anything can happen, and I can't wait to see what you do next. You all can grab your torches and head on out.
I knew it was coming today. I knew it was dead for rights. If I would have stayed in the game, I would have been absolutely gobsmacked with a night of play like I had last night. There was no way for me to come back, and with how tight the 3 are. I'm extremely, extremely proud and happy with the game that I played. I started playing these games to prove to myself that I could work with other people, that I could have that social conversation, and I could do what's in the best interest of a group rather than just myself. And I also started playing to prove to myself that I'm physically able to do these things, because I've never been like the sporty, running, athletic type. And, like theater kids get made fun of all the time for that shit, so.
You are too good. You're a multifaceted player, and you love to stir the pot. Right now, my game is all about my foundation, and then I'm going to argue my piece at the end.
I think my one regret, if I had any, and it's not so much as a regret, more of like a what if I had played the I Don't Want Savannah the round that I had it, because then the numbers would have been deadlock even. Could we have gotten the upper hand? Or, I successfully played it for myself. Which one would have been better? I don't think, I don't see a way to the end for myself either way, but that's like the kind of one what if I have in the game.
May, you are, you're a threat, and you're a really good player, and I don't want to have you in this game to be able to pitch your case anymore. I don't want you at any more of these tribal councils. You're too strategic, and you know the right things to say, and you know what the jury's thinking. I'm super impressed by your game, but we're not on the same side, and I hope you don't have 2 lives.
I'd really like to see some shakeup. I would be absolutely gobsmacked if the 3, Jacob, Mariah, and Maggie, weren't sitting in the final 3. That would be exciting. That is what I would love to see. But I've already solidified, in my mind, it's gonna be that. So I genuinely did go to each of them and sit down and say, hey, I'm playing this round as in, I want to know what to base my jury vote. I want to know what to ask you guys. I want to see where your head's at. I totally get how that could be taken as no, she's trying to figure out our game, blah, blah, blah. And I would have used it like that if I had continued in the game. But it was also good insight for me on this side. And I think before I had those conversations with people, I thought, well, this is going to be boring. Jacob's just going to win. He's playing the best game. He's won individual immunity. He's gone through all these things. He's had loyal allies. He's corralled, but I had a really good conversation with Maggie, and I think there's going to be a good fight
FTC, and I'm excited to watch it. I'm somebody that like I can go in thinking, oh, I'm definitely going to vote for this person. And the conversation that happens, the way that they answer questions, not just in how they word them, but like the mannerisms that they use can really change and sway me either way. I'm no longer a bitter juror. I used to be at the beginning of my career here, but I'm going to make a logical decision for who I think should represent this season.
Okay. I said it earlier, May, you are queen that play yesterday. Your intuition and knowing to play your idol, your mental gameplay, like you are all that. You are all that truly. I'm voting you because this is what I told my tribe that I would do. So I'm gonna stick with them one more vote, and we'll see if my gut is correct that they've flipped on me, or if I'm wrong, just tired and hungry and paranoid. Either way, you played a hell of a game, and yeah.
This game has given me a lot of ups. Even though I didn't snatch the win, it's given me more self-confidence in myself, and it's taught me that I shouldn't sell myself short, that I should believe in myself a little bit more. And I'm happy to walk out and say, like, honestly say that every single person in this cast I consider to be a new friend. That doesn't happen. There's always that one bitch that you hate forever, okay? But this cast has been amazing, and I don't feel like I've burned any bridges or have any ill will towards any of them. So I had an amazing time, and I finally did get the wine. So cheers.